Well, hello everybody. For this particular video, we're going to be talking about the second contest. And I don't know how many of you were around when I did the 24-hour stream, but in it, we created a fresh account. We wound up leveling up a new character, and we wound up getting it to about level 61 or so. And that Mithra character was named Raranier. And I did attempt to give it away. I even had a backup prize winner, but both people did not want it. So the one person who did get selected said, you should make some content with her. So that wound up being exactly what I did. And it's been a couple months. I've definitely leveled her up, brought her on some stuff, and geared her up. But it's always eaten at me that I never got to give her away like I fully originally intended. So I was thinking we could try this again. No, not a 24-hour stream. I'm not that crazy. But maybe a little bit of a shorter stream with much clearer conditions. So that way the person who's picked as the prize winner actually wants the prize. So, thank you everybody for joining me. I appreciate it. We're going to switch screen over to Rara, and I'm going to show off some of the things that you might win. So, we're on this screen. Gonna grab my controller. Alright. So this is Raranier. Some of you who've been following me on Twitch have probably seen her do a lot of things. But if you haven't and you've only been watching me on YouTube, you might be quite surprised how much growth this character's had in such a short amount of time. So first, let's go over some of the stuff. Job levels. So Rara has White Mage at 99, Geomancer at 99, Thief at 99, Corsair at 99, and Scholar at 99. And then all other jobs are at sub-job levels, ranging from 50-ish to 60-ish. Now, obviously there could be other jobs unlocked and taken, but these were the ones I felt were most ideal for this build. Corsair subbing into Dancer or Ninja, for instance. Thief being able to dance or sub into both of those, and Warrior sub, really good. White Mage subbing into Scholar, Red Mage, or Black Mage. Scholar vice versa. Dancer or Thief with a Samurai sub. Geomancer being able to sub all the mages. So I figured this would be a very ideal choice for somebody just getting into the game that wanted to try to have a powerful character right out the gate, or also somebody that wanted to have an extra character but was maybe a little discouraged or lazy from trying to go through the massive amount of work involved in setting one up. So those are the character levels. What else have we done? Now, I'm not going to say that she is a complete character, like 100% BIS all, but we've gotten quite a bit done. So in merits, we've maxed out the HP and the MP, gotten the maximum merit bonus points up to 40. We've gotten the strength and the dex capped, with a couple points in all the other attributes. But if those are finished, that's 15 free master levels worth of attributes. Gotten the combat skills that are important, like Dagger, Sword, and Marksman up to cap, evasion and parrying and whatnot. All the magic skills that are relevant for the mages that I've unlocked, maxed out. Other category, critical hit rate and spell interruption rate. The weapon skills, Exenerator, Requiescat, Realm Razor, Shatter Soul, and Last Stand unlocked. And then all of the categories for those jobs capped in the merit sets that I think are most ideal. So for instance, for Scholar, 5 in Helix, Magic Attack and Accuracy, Max Sublimation, some Altruism, some Focalization, 1 in Enlightenment, and 5 in Storm Surge. I could make a whole video as to why I think those are good choices, but we're not writing a Scholar guide today. Long story short is, I built this in the way that I felt was best. Now, next up, when it comes to job points, I didn't get any of the jobs mastered. However, White Mage is past SU2 and almost at 200 job points. Thief doesn't have a lot, but it's good for key farms and getting items you want. Corsair has over 100 as SU2, which is really good for the snapshot bonus. Scholar is well past it and almost nearing SU3, which would be really good. And Geomancer has a little bit, but making some progress. Still has a lot of all the spells set up too, which is another thing to point out, is that all the mages have every spell that they can have access to that doesn't require job points, which took a lot of work and a lot of gil. So with that said, I don't really have to go over the magic list. You could find those online. Let's look over some of the equipment, shall we? The best weapon in the game, I mean, okay, maybe not, it could be argued, but the Naegling is probably one of the most powerful weapons in the game, and she has it. It is the Finnish Ambuscade one-handed sword. The Turret, which is the Finnish Ambuscade dagger. Doomsday, augmented with lots of magic attack bonus, weapon skill damage, strength, and agility for shooting those beautiful leaden salutes that you may be interested in doing. Every T3 Odyssey armor purchased and unlocked, so that's Niame and all the ones from the lesser Odyssey bosses. None of the tier 1 and tier 2s yet, but I was more focused on getting more bang for my buck, so I took her into the ones that could unlock armor sets and a couple of really nice weapons. The Sailfee belt, which is a super good haste belt with triple attack. A little bit of augments in it, but it can get some more double attack and strength. Other little things that add double attack, like the Asperity necklace, the Aetheling mantle. However, I do have JSE stuff, ambuscade capes for all the jobs, and all of those ambuscade capes are either max augmented or very close to max augmented. Some jobs have Wildscaper Reeve capes. I mean, we're talking about heavily geared jobs. Like even on Dagger Choice, you can also rotate to the Gledi Knife, which is an Odyssey T3. For Thief, we had the Sangdung, augmented fully, which is the Aboru Knife, adds Treasure Hunter. For Corsair, we could also pop on once you get to SU4, the Luan Knife, and I did start the augment process on it, but since she can't equip it yet in Dynamis, you can only put points on it with Heroism crystals. I like to do things for free. But this is a very good shooting dagger, and paired with a Nusku shield, it's almost like having an Arma. Especially when this thing is capped out. And that being said, you know, there's other options as well. Corsair doesn't get a lot of great melee stuff, so we tend just to stick with that. But other things would be the shooting set from like the Ikenga, and the entire set of that, which adds, you know, snapshot, store TP, physical damage limit, ranged accuracy, really good stuff. The Steel Flash and Bladeborn earrings paired together do double attack 7, a little bit of accuracy and attack and store TP. I did pick up the Brutal earring as well. And there's a couple of other options you could pair the Brutal earring with if you wanted to free up an ear slot. She completed the Seekers of Adeline expansion so that she could access Sortie. And I chose the Shinetic ring, so that way I didn't have to go crazy for movement speed plus items in the game, and it only takes 1 slot. Rara only does have 2 Mog wardrobes, and so trying to fit all these jobs into 2 Mog wardrobes was a lot of part of the challenge. It was a lot of fun. The Nusku shield comes from Omen and is one of the few shields that Rangers and Corsairs can use. I actually wound up getting this a couple days ago. I was rather surprised. But nice one to throw on there when you're not a sub-job that can carry a second weapon. So yeah, that's about all I can see from the Corsair, but let's go pop over to the little house and we will change jobs and show some of the other setup here too. Run in a little Mog House, do a job change, and show off a few more things. So Rara does have Seekers done. Chains of Promathia up to the point of being able to access C and upgrade JSE items. Zillert done up to the point for finishing Rhapsodies of Vanadiel. Dynamis Divergence access, Omen access, UNM access. She did complete enough VNMs to start unlocking weapon skills, Empyrean weapon skills, so we unlocked Wildfire. We wound up going to the top of the tower of Nizul and getting a weapon so she could unlock a Last Stand. Or sorry, Lead and Salute, rather. And we did do the quest weapon skill for gun for Detonator. So she pretty much has access to every single weapon skill a Corsair could have. I would say by far it's definitely her most powerful job. Her second most powerful job would be her White Mage. Now, her White Mage has access to a lot of the Empyrean JSE. I haven't started upgrading it yet, but she did get the White Mage +3 unlock in Sortie. Takes a lot of muffins. The full Bunzi set, like I was saying before. I picked up an Aptitude Mantle for a little bit of a capacity points bonus. And there are many, many items, but full fast cast, max potency healing set, a little bit of quick cast items, and a pretty strong enhancing set. And then with the Bunzi set and a couple magic attack bonuses, even stuff that can attack really good. On Geomancer, the Dunna is a really key piece to have, and that is fully augmented. A few other Geomancy pieces, like, you know, the Ambuscade Cape and an augmented Wildkeeper Reeve Cape with Geomancy skill +10, which is the cap that you need to get on it. Really lucky on that front. So a lot of things like that. The Solstice, the Geomancy Cape that makes Indy Collier duration longer. Not quite Idris, but yeah, still really good. So lots of really, really nice things. The other jobs that she has set up, which you've probably seen or I've talked about so far, but let's pop on Thief real quick. And just throw on the Sandung. We managed to get Osim to be very lucky and give Treasure Hunter 2 on some Herculean gloves. So with this and a couple other pieces, Rara can tag Treasure Hunter 9 on things. It is a little gimmicky though. She could use one more high-level Treasure Hunter, because it does count on this white Rarab cap, which does re-raise once a day, and has Treasure Hunter 1 all jobs. The Chalk Belt, which comes from Delve, and then the Knife. So when all these are on with a critical hit, she could technically be able to add Treasure Hunter in that way. So that's an option for sure. Another thing that was picked up is an Objuration piece, and she has a couple other of the Objuration, the crafting items in normal quality, but would need the Objuration paper to finish. But we did get the Adamar wrists, triple attack, store TP, really good stuff. I did not pick the augment path on this yet. But lots of strong things for Thief, and Corsair can use those as well. And if Dancer was leveled up and finished on this job, it's really good for them as well. Monk, many jobs. So, another one to keep in mind that she has is Scholar. And as Scholar, she has access to all the spells. She doesn't have the Helix 2s yet until a couple more job points, but all the other spells, and it is super useful. I was using a club and a shield for a while, but I probably suggest using the Alpaca Staff and either the Enki Grip, which I got from Omen, or the Kadra Grip. Both very strong. And there's a lot of options. If you unlock Merkur, you can start refilling your MP as you get spare TP. There's a lot of little options. I like having a staff around. Shatter Soul is a nice weapon skill to slap early on for extra magic damage. So yes, many, many options. few other things I would point out is just scrolling through the inventory. I've tried to keep the most important things in Mog Wardrobe 1 and 2. Shango Robe, Fast Cast, Ambuscade sets all finished. The most important pieces at +2. The rest stored on Porter Moogle slips. And there's many gear on the Porter Moogle slips. Full Vanya set for healing on all mages. A Kirshna set that's fairly strong. Not best in slot, but fairly strong. And then JSC necks for the White Mage, which is key for the +1 erase, getting the extra erase. And then an NQ of the Scholar and Corsair necks as well. There's always better, for sure, but I just wanted to get something started on them. Other stuff, the Regal necklace, which I guess I should have said right at the beginning, is an OU drop and finishes the Omen set, and is pretty much something a lot of Corsairs dream of having. She got really lucky one day on her OU pop, and nobody else needed it. The Candor neck is a Kirshna piece, and I also have a Blenmont ring. One more ring would make a very potent 75% plus Kirshna removal. Warder's Charm, Volt Surge neck for Fast Cast, Luminary Sash. Yeah, we wound up beating every Guy's Fate monster except for a very small selection of helms on Rara. So she has all the Vor Seals as well. And lots of key other nice items like the Menelaus ring and lots of little pieces we've thrown on. The Pixie Hairpin. The Archon ring for extra lead and salute damage. Prolix ring for some fast cast. The Loki earring for fast cast. The Vagary earring for fast cast. Yes, we've been busy. We've been very busy on Rara, getting her quite powerful. But yeah, that is the prize. A character that is endgame ready, with lots of good job setup, and lots of power. So you might be asking, how do you win this prize? We're gonna do things a little differently this time. And let's head out of the Mog House, just so we can hear that sweet Adeline music. So, you've seen the prize. It's pretty good, I hope. I've worked very hard on it for the past couple months. I've had a lot of fun gearing her and setting her up. But how do you win? Well, we are recording this video before the date is selected, but I will put the date up here to my corner. And that will be the date where I will be having a multi-hour stream of Final Fantasy XI, where I push Rara and try to get her like last couple things and any odds and ends I feel like I didn't get the time to get to. And at the end of the stream, a winner will be selected or tallied, and soon after the stream, the winner will be selected. To win, you have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel, following my Twitch channel, and you'll have to comment on the stream or email, and I'll put the email up on the screen here, that you are interested in winning the prize. Only people who are interested in winning the prize will be selected or put into the selection box for the randomizer. And they also have to be, subscribed and on both platforms. I have to see their comments that they're interested and that they're, there watching it. And then we will select a winner. And that person will be given all the login information for Raranier. One last thing I would mention that I didn't mention earlier is all the inventory things that can be maxed out for free are storage. I unlocked the Mog Satchel and the disabled security token. Talked to the Moogle, got that extra box unlocked and maxed out. Did all the Gobby Bag quests. She is truly a very, very set up character. And I'm very excited for somebody to win it. And I want to see what they do with it. Hopefully play with us on Siren. But that's okay if they don't. So join me for this stream in the near future. I'm hoping to see you guys. And I'm hoping to give this character away. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the comments here and I will answer them. as best as I can, or try to have any other clarifications in the description. And that's all I have for you. This is the second contest that we're running. The other one is the art contest. If you haven't heard of that and you happen to stumble on this video first, I will have a card up here to the right, and you can click on that and learn about that contest too. Maybe participate in both. I'm really excited to see you guys and be back on YouTube and not have to worry about my channel getting deleted. So let's have a great time, and I hope to see y'all there. Take care.